when I say black, I'm talking about what they did in 1968. In 1968, a coalition of people in the United States said, we don't want to be called Negro anymore. We don't want to be called colored anymore. We want to be called black. The reason why they said black is because black, the definition of black is absent of light. Absent of light, without light, there's no color. So thus, a person who's black does not see color because there's no light. Therefore, a person who's black, we have no nation to attach to. So we don't have a bias towards anybody from anywhere. That's why I'm so strong when I say black.
Women, they have their
So
really
I've been
feminine
trying
side.
to convince him to come to Africa. So can you guys please tell
me? You can't. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
Now, when my friend said I don't want to go to Africa, mainly reasons because it takes I need 2 weeks and I got kids, but also because I know Colombia has people of African culture who also went through the slavery we went through in the States. I know that in Costa Rica they have the same. I know that in Brazil they have the same. So before I get to Africa, where they're not going to be able to relate to me because they did not go through the same slavery and we went through here, I'm going to go to all these other places first. So it's not that I don't want to go to Africa, even though she's been trying to get me to go to Africa. It's just that I personally have a different journey because I have a different mindset because I know history.
Okay. That's an educated answer. I'm gonna let Coach. You gonna let him ride with that? You gonna let him have that, Coach?
Absolutely correct. I agree with that, especially if he says that the way that he has his journey pattern.
I have the longest channel on YouTube, single channel that's been traveling consistently. There's nobody else. The closest one to me is Passport Heavy, but it wasn't Passport Heavy channel. He had a channel called Jabril. There's nobody else on YouTube that has been traveling consistently as long as I have. So before you guys say anything, trust me, I've been to a lot of places and I have all the things. So, but there is a pattern, and a lot of people when you skip a step, as if you're walking up a step and you skip a step, you might get ahead. But if you skip too many steps, you might fall and wreck the whole journey that you went. So for me, I can't just jump to Africa and say, oh, the motherland, this is great, this is how it is, if I don't know the history.
Really? My bad, man. But no, I don't disagree at all. Shout out to Flyboy Way.
Flyboy Way is definitely this dude's just a smart dude. That's why I can't wait to cook him. Because the thing about Flyboy Way, what he says, it makes sense. If you have any kind of sense of intelligence, the shit that he says, he never says no goofy shit. The only thing I would do, I would knock that over the net, Flyboy Way. I agree with you, but here's where I got you in the pickle though. You go back to the same places. So you can't sit here and talk about you doing step by step when you're going back to Colombia, when you're going back to Brazil, you ain't moving nowhere else. Why you ain't came to Thailand?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because I'm at the point where I'm looking to buy property. I'm not looking at the point where I'm just trying to travel. I'm trying to own property and have kids in different places. So I need to go to where I know I can have kids and own property. And if I go to Thailand, that's just me visiting. I'm not going to buy property in Thailand, but I'll buy property in Colombia. I'll buy property in Mexico. And there's steps you got to take. So before I decided to buy property in Colombia, guess what I did? I went to more than Medellin. I went to more than Cartagena. I went to Barranquilla. I went to Cali, Colombia. I learned how to speak Spanish. I practiced my Spanish because I knew this is something I wanted to do. Now, there's nothing wrong with everybody traveling around the world. That's cool. But what I'm trying to do is way different. I tell people I'm not a traveler. What I am is I'm an explorer. I'm from Newark, New Jersey, a place that had extreme poverty during the crack epidemic, like extreme poverty. My mother is bipolar schizophrenic. She was in and out the hospital my whole life. I never had a father. I moved around, went to 9 schools in 12 years. So what I'm trying to do is bring hope back to the people who didn't. If this is Wakanda, I'm Killmonger. I'm trying to bring hope back to the people who didn't have it. And I can't do that if I'm just traveling, enjoying life. No, I have to go and show that you can build somewhere. And once you build somewhere, then you can branch out to another place. So yes, I do want to get to these places, but I have a condo. I have 2 houses in New Jersey, right? I got comfortable in New Jersey. Then I bought my condo in Miami. I got comfortable in Miami. Now I'm working on a condo in Mexico. I'll get comfortable in Mexico. Then Barranquilla. I get comfortable in Barranquilla. So yes, while everybody else is traveling the world, what I'm doing is I'm building a brand, a network, and showing the way that we can escape what's happening in the United States more than just the women.